we have this Donald, and then Aaron, and then Pam, and Autumn. Just we have a lot, and you don't want to be here all night, and then this gentleman. So that's 5, and then maybe I know there's other things, and we can chat for a while, and I'll be around tomorrow, and I know Mike will be. So,
I just want to say,
Donald.
I remember in college in the 90s, I saw a film called a documentary on the AIDS film. For me, it embodied what the movement was dealing with at the time. And I think this film is so powerful. It kind of embodies where our movement is today, and that you two are outlaws in what you've done and outing people, and you have to deal with these mainstream organizations that would never take up the work that the two of you have taken up. So I'd love for you guys to talk about the response when you first started doing this work, and where are you now? Where's the support coming from to do this kind of work? Are you still outlaws? Or do you consider
Mike did
yourself
this.
part of the
Sorry.
consider yourself part of the establishment now?
Well, Mike did this many years before me.
Not many years, but anyway. Going back to the late 80s, early 90s, and how the mainstream gay groups saw this and how they just thought, oh my God, this is going to destroy us, the gay radicals and all of this. And then to see in this film many of these former leaders of those groups very much speaking openly about, this issue and practically embracing what went on, I think speaks to the change in the culture and the change in the discussion about homosexuality and about the media. The mainstream groups, I think, have shown through this and have shown, through many other things, they don't lead. It really is about the grassroots, and you have to just do it and expect the hits and expect the criticism and just keep your people with you and know that that's always going to come, and they'll come along in time.
When I first did my work, Cheryl Jakes of HRC, who herself had been a closeted politician in the state of Massachusetts, came out with a round condemnation of me, and then I just did pretty perfunctory research on the web and found out that the organization had participated in the outing of John Paul, had participated in other outings, and when I released that, she shut up right quick. I don't know what she did for the rest of her term. But one thing that I think this does for the conversation is it happened, and it shows how we've grown as a community, is 20 years ago or 18 years ago when Mike started, the conversation was, does Mike have the right to do what he's doing? Now the conversation is more of, do they have the right to stay in the closet and do what they're doing? And that's a sea change, because the onus now becomes on those people to defend what they're doing, as opposed to us as much having to defend the things that we have done and have did. We have Pam, did we call you? Gregory? Right here.
So go to
Pam?
I
Sorry.
just wanted to get to, what are the editorial standards now for reporting? Because at one time, obviously we were trying to report on organizations really doing this kind of stuff. Now it seems to be inconsistent that independent media that will report on what's really going on in the lives of these politicians, but mainstream media rarely picks them up. Only when someone's like caught in that one that breaks it. So it's not clear now where is the media at.
Well, I think the best example of where the media is on this were the reviews of the film and the dilemmas among the editors of these newspapers on which names to print. And so you had the Washington Post and National Public Radio just censoring every name in the film, and National Public Radio really taking heat because they censored it after the reviewer had already submitted his review, and then when he found out, he wanted his name taken off of it, and then it created a huge brouhaha, and there was really a lot of criticism of National Public Radio. They're censoring it. Meanwhile, the Florida papers, the Miami Herald, it's all about Charlie Crist, and I mean, that's his state. So who is the National Public Radio protecting when the media in Charlie Crist's own state is naming him? I think it shows that they've gone from the blanket, complete censorship and just using this false idea of privacy, because they've never cared about privacy, this false idea that this is about privacy when they're telling us about Britney Spears, drugs and this and that. I think they've gone from that to now this really inconsistent kind of, everybody for themselves kind of thing, where they're all grabbing at different rationalizations. Some of them are slow. The New York Times, I thought, was really, it showed dramatic shift in their review. They discussed all of the names, and that was something that you wouldn't have seen in the New York Times 15 years ago. So I think we're seeing a very inconsistent kind of thing now.
Well, and I think that it's the work that all of us here at Netroots Nation are doing, not just me and not just Mike, that they're flailing. They don't, they know if they don't print this, that, for example, in California, the San Francisco Chronicle on the front page of their website, SF Gate, had David Dreyer's picture up for an entire day about this movie. They know that people are going to find out. There's a lot of bloggers in California, so I think that they're torn, and that's what happens is it comes out that they're stuck. And they are becoming, as we're becoming more and more relevant, they're becoming less and less relevant. There's that give and take. So, Aaron?
First, I want to say, it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Somebody who really attacks the corporate side as opposed to the individual side. I can really see the significance and the importance of the individual as well as going after the corporation. So I think it is probably one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Because of the significance of the movie, I just hope more people get a chance to see the movie. The one question that I wanted to ask goes to Mel Martinez resigning early from his Senate seat. Do you believe that Charlie Crist will nominate himself or let himself in that seat to avoid the potential nasty federal campaign for a U.S. Senate seat?
He's running for the Senate seat.
He's running for the Senate seat, but he has this piece of time where he will be able to appoint Mel Martinez as successor. I was like, of course he's going to appoint himself because then he's the incumbent and he gets to run. But my friends who are a lot smarter than me, like you and others, have said that they think he'll appoint a caretaker, kind of like a Burris situation. He'll have no shot at re-election, and that'll pave the way. He won't look like he stole the seat, but create a situation where he won't have to worry about a primary challenger.
It's really tricky, though, who he selects and what they vote on, because it will be a reflection of how he will vote. So it's put him in a very sticky situation.
I think he came out and definitely said he will not run himself.
Oh, has he done that? I've
He
been
already
busy
has
at
a
this
primary
conference.
challenger.
I'm sorry?
He already has a primary challenge.
That won't, he has no money. Rubio, that's not going to happen.
The thing is,
3 to 1.
why Martinez step down?
He's trying to get the job. What I heard is he's trying to get the job as the president of Florida State University. And he can't be elected.
There was one thing just quickly that in terms of reporting that I thought I should bring up. People have said to me, and I was challenged with this on National Public Radio, well, who are your editors? Who's checking your work? And I do have a group of people that I review things with. It's not like I just throw things up. And I just respond back that the people I talk to are a lot better than the people Judith Miller talked to. A lot of the people that I talk to are better than the people the Atlanta Journal-Constitution talked about with Richard Jewell. The only difference is I don't have the luxury of being able to say, oh, on page in October 3rd, I accidentally outed so-and-so, we regret the error. I don't have that option. And you don't see the New York Times saying, by the way, we sent you to a war in Iraq under false pretenses. We regret the error. So I do think that this is the new reporting in citizen journalism, that the best do rise to the top. Blogs and things that make it up, they fall to the bottom and people don't take them seriously. So I want to add that. Gregory?